Hey, it's Cora. Welcome back to Call of the Sea. This is a test. If you see this on YouTube, that means that I've been able to play successfully the game without OBS crashing. We're just going to see what happens. I'm not streaming right now, obviously. I'm just recording. So I just want to know... I've made some adjustments to settings. I just want to know if... this is a me problem. This isn't a recording to Twitch problem. This is a, you know, like what? What the hell?
These symbols are linked to the piano keys.
I'm gonna be playing some music, aren't I?
Wow, look at the size of these stones.
What's going on?
What kind of doodad is that?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they both have 4.
This?
Don't think I should be trying to play that until I know what I'm supposed to be playing. Why is she not commenting on the floating stones in any way? I don't like the sound effects. The sound design's very good because it's quite it's throwing me off a little bit, you know? That son of a DeWitt stabbed Frank. Luckily it was just a flesh wound. It's a good thing they held me back or I would have plugged that nutcase like the rabid dog that... Jesus, what am I saying?
I've never seen Harry so angry. A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
Lady! This is levitating and you're not going to say anything? Seriously?
It might need to be turned on.
I know I have to do the power. That's quite obvious by her mentioning it a few times.
Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon.
Okay. I'm assuming that's going to be useful for me somehow. New on the 7th and full on the 23rd. Okay.
How can someone build something like this out of stone?
Giant pipe organ.
You always did have a good ear, Harry.
Oh, we're going to have a music. See, I definitely think the musical puzzle is coming up. Okay, so I need to do the power. I have a feeling the power is probably on the boat. But I'm also really kind of want to go up the steps here because look how intriguing this looks. Is it going to let me though? Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh, this looks like I have to go so many different ways. Oh, I don't know why these steps are so difficult to get up.
Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream.
I mean, it's pretty intense, girlfriend. Alright, I think my first step is going to be to go onto the boat. And oh, you can't fall, luckily. But still, got a little nervous there. Because I think the boat is linked, the power is all linked to the boat, I think. This is really atmospheric. I mean, I loved the other games, so it doesn't surprise me that this game is so good, but...
My god. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
My gosh. Oh boy, okay. If you go.
This place gives me the creeps.
This whole island's giving me the creeps now.
can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. This isn't right.
Okay. So 3, 2, 4, 1.
All green. Now, what exactly did I turn on?
The power on the shore, hopefully.
That voice.
Aww.
Harry? No. Just a recording.
Unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
What were you looking for in the heart of the island?
I was thinking this expedition had failed and was worried about how we'd get back home, but then I found those stairs that led me to the giant stone organ. It might be another way to get to the very heart of the island. In any case, there's nothing we can do until someone hears our distress call. I don't know why I'm turning it off. Like, it feels like I should keep it on, but if no one's hearing it,
It was wailing not far from here.
then...
Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
We delivered 6 members of the Everhard expedition to the island without incident. We'll come back to pick them up in 3 weeks, if there's anything left to pick up by then. Sorry, let me move my camera. Pro streamer here. And then, you know what? You really shouldn't be facing away from your content. There we go. Now I look like I'm actually engaged with the game. There's anything left to pick up then. Left the island after lunch, no incidents. The area seems adequate for whaling. We might get a good catch.
This is the captain's last entry.
Good weather and clear sailing until a surprise undercurrent shook the ship. I haven't seen the sea that rough in years. First mate swears he saw a huge sea creature near our hull shortly afterwards. Definitely not a whale. I feel like I should turn that distress call back on.
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
I've wired up my message to the radio like you asked, Mr. Everhard. It'll keep broadcasting as long as the ship's got fuel. God help us. None of them are here or alive, so I guess we don't need that call to be going out.
Legend is more real than it seems.
City was built with floating stones moved by black magic. Okay, I need...
These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber. The black ooze's properties are perplexing.
different vibration frequencies. So they've crossed out a bunch of different tests here.
And I was completely covered in that black goo.
Mm.
I wonder what it'll do to me.
Everything on this rotten island has something to do with that damn black ooze in one way or another. Even Dr. DeWitt's irrational behaviour seems to be related to his getting exposed to that awful liquid. Sydney. Sydney! You're a Taylor Swift fan. I always like it when things are kind of close to my home, and obviously the South Pacific is close to my home, but I guess we go back down to the camp now and see what's lit, what's been revealed, what we can turn on.
Only God knows how long
Feels
I've been
weird being on this
covered in
side.
black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness.
What actually is her illness, though, other than spots appearing on her arms? Like, that doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world. Though I suppose appearance was much more everything in the past, but I don't think she's referenced any other problems, has she?
At last, some light. That should make things easier.
Let's go clockwise this time.
clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time. A handkerchief with the letters EDW embroidered on it. It's stained with blood and black ooze.
Coughing it up, perhaps.
Oh dear. This dog was a certifiable loon.
Yesterday the stones danced with my song, my lead, everything is tuned in this place. There is a treasure in shat, go kalur relua pelungi faf alg. He was losing his mind.
These medical tools are hair-raising.
Back in the day.
I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are.
I understand what you're saying, but we can't leave Harry here alone. I know you must be thinking I'm only interested in a scoop, but what would you do if it were your wife who was sick? Would you let her die? I'm staying here till the end.
Looks like Frank wanted to leave, but I don't know if Harry ever read this letter.
Our lives are in great danger on this island. Look what happened to Mr. DeWitt. The man is going completely bananas. I really think we should get off this island as soon as possible. Mr. Everhard is determined to leave until he found that organ thing. Do I have your support to try and convince him?
These two fellows seem to get along pretty well.
Frank and Tia Horoa singing while working in the workshop. Go in there in a minute. Fan's now going. Obviously just the lights are working now for the...
So, is this recording? Mm-hmm. Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it. Twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
DeWitt, where have you been this whole time?
Oh my god. He's got a knife.
Get off me, you lunatic!
Hold him! Hold him for Christ's sake! Call Aroa, quick!
Hmm. Okay.
I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal.
Well, it's too late now, girlfriend. Can't take it back. Tide level markings. Oh my gosh. Please don't make me try to remember all of this. Oh. Okay. Is she not going to comment on this?
Well, that cartoon was unexpected and inexplicable. A rock stained with black ooze.
Okay, so did she note that stuff down?
Looks like the prototype of something.
So am I expected to remember this? Do they change? They do, depending on the tide level. Alrighty, well, I guess we go up to the organ. Or do I try and play? What is today? Do I have a note of what today is? The 7th. Okay, so if today's the 7th, it's new moon. How do tides affect the moon? I don't know if like new moon... I can't remember what tides do to the moon. So a new moon, which is today. Should I know that? Is it expecting me to know that? Today's the 7th of November. I'm guessing there's something that's going to show me what the tide is at. So let's just go up and see.
It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around. What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
It looks like the organ. I don't... That's the one thing that this game, I think, gets wrong for me. Once she has learned... The character has learned something, she shouldn't have the same response when she clicks on something. She knows that that picture is the organ. She has read his diaries. It shouldn't be... out of curious picture, or current, like, continuingly, like the second or third time you look through the telescope at the ship, she shouldn't be saying a ship. Like, she's seen it already. Like, that is the only thing I would have to nitpick about this game, other than the fact that it obviously does not hold your hand in any way. Right, so I think I have to play these notes, but there must be something I've not looked at. Because is this trying to tell me that we're basically at kind of a high tide? Tide level measurements. I mean, is that... Is there a triangle? Is there something on the beach that shows where the tide is at? Alright, we're nearly 20 minutes in and the recording's still going strong. We haven't had any crashes. Feels like the stream is what's crashing. Yeah, I didn't think you could go further than, like, to the edge here, but I figured maybe there's a triangle, a diamond missing I've not noticed. And with the water on it, you know what kind of tide measurement we're at. But I don't think I'm going to be so lucky. Oh, this though. What is this? We had this before.
Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
I don't know if this wants me to do anything. Is there a switch box for this? Oh, you can't turn it off once it's on. Oh, okay. So what's with the pole?
Ropes are frayed, and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
Wonder if that's just where they had someone tied up, and that's what that picture was I saw before of someone tied to a pole. Is there anything this way? Oh, there is. I'm missing a whole area. Okay, this might be my problem.
Some kind of improvised workshop. You made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn.
Sorry for the reveille this morning. I didn't expect to wake all of you up with the noise from that awful organ. The good news is the organ revealed the entrance to a temple. The bad news is the temple's on the mountaintop, so I hope you're in the mood for a good hike. All joking aside, if the temple has the answer I'm looking for, we can finally leave this damn island and go home. Thank you all for sticking with me.
This
Ooh.
must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking.
Hmm.
So this is the reason the ship was scavenged.
If we want to enter the temple on the mountaintop, we'll have to reproduce the effects of the organ somehow. I know we weren't planning on this, but we'll have to build a machine with whatever we can lay our hands on from the Lady Shannon. Do you think we can do that? I always turn stuff over because I'm kind of expecting
What kind of machine were you
there to be something on the other side.
Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used a lot. Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really seems to like Frank.
Move the materials. Please stop calling me Mr. Everhart. Okay. Oh, is this the way?
When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense.
What nonsense, indeed. The bottles all glint in the lights, which always makes me think that they mean something more than they do.
That huge stone door looks like an exit. How does it open?
With the organ! So I didn't play on that little
This
box.
structure certainly isn't natural, but not man-made either. This feels ominous.
I don't know what that did. Oh, you can also get here from this path? Okay. The TLD in me wants me to like lie down and have a nap here to save my game.
Must be instructions.
Tuning the
about
organ by
this
opening and closing
bizarre
the right
structure.
tubes. Oh. I see, okay, so I've moved one. Okay. Okay, so there's loads of them to tune.
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the
Oh, cool. Okay, so we are at this one. So now if we go all the way back to the chart that tells me what means what. We might be able to play that little machine. Oh, almost fell down the hole. You can't, but yeah. Oh, this isn't another way. Okay, that's fine. There was one more path I didn't take then. So I'm 99% sure there are no other people or creatures or anything I'm going to encounter in this game. That does not stop me being on edge almost the entire time.
I'm quite scared of storms. When I was a child, I used to cover myself with the sheets to not listen to the noise of thunder. I honestly doubt I'd like to cover myself with anything in here. Time to overcome my fears, I guess.
It is lagging a little bit. You guys are probably seeing that. So what is this path? Okay, that's just the broken path I was at before. Okay. It's very dark when the lightning isn't going. Okay. Okay. So this isn't playing the actual organ though, because it's not connected to anything. I think it'll give me numbers, and then those numbers will help with that machine further on. So what level are we at? Just the tiny little one. Okay. Oh.
I think this is the right one.
So is this the order we're supposed to play them in? So D sharp. Oh, hang on, no, it's F. So G sharp, A sharp, C, G sharp, A sharp, C, D sharp, C sharp, F. We could try it. I keep hitting escape when I mean to just close the journal. Okay. So if we go...
It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal.
Am I supposed to write down each of the numbers I get, or just the final number? Alright, well, I mean, nothing happened. But I've got a bunch of numbers. And yeah, we're going to save it there. I'm so glad I got to get through an entire episode of The Call of the Sea without crashing. I'm very impressed. Obviously, something in the way that my stream is encoding and going out live is affecting what is happening. So I'm going to continue to investigate it. I appreciate you sticking it out with the last kind of bitty episode. And yeah, I'll be back soon with some more Call of the Sea. It's such an interesting, intriguing story. And the puzzles are definitely messing with my brain in a good way. Yeah. All right. Take care. See you soon. Bye. Bye.